Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're watching this, you're watching my first YouTube video, so thank you for that. And for my first video, I thought why not do something that has been requested so many times by my friends and followers on Instagram. So this look is a wedding guest look and it's a very easy makeup to do. So if you want to know how to do this, then please keep watching. So let's get started. I'm starting off first with an illuminating base, so you can also use any moisturizer that you have. You just have to make sure that your skin is not dry when you're starting off with your makeup. Either you can use a strobe cream like this one, or you can just use a moisturizer that really works for you. Next, we're going to use a color corrector. This is a peach color corrector. You can also use an orange color corrector or a green one, depending on what issues you have. I have slight dark circles here, so to cancel them out, I'm going to use a peach color corrector on wherever I have pigmentation.
Music licensing reimagined.
And just blend it out. You can see how immediately my dark circles have been covered by the peach color corrector. I am obviously going to use a concealer on this. So I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Pure Beige. So this is you can either use a shade that is exact match for your skin or something that is slightly darker than your skin tone to cancel out your dark circles and pigmentation. I'm using this PAC 219 concealer brush. This is my favorite concealer brush. This is very dense and does a very good job in applying the concealer. Make sure that you don't pull your concealer, rather just dab it in. Do not make the mistake of directly using a light concealer just under your eyes or wherever you have pigmentation. That will make it look very ashy and grey. So always use a concealer that is your skin tone or a little darker than yours. You can later use a light concealer to highlight under your eyes, which I'm going to do. But before that, I'm going to use my foundation. I'm using the Lakme 925 foundation in the shade N220, which is neutral medium. So anything that is medium skin tone and neutral undertone really suits me and is a perfect match. As you can see, this foundation is a perfect match for me. So if you are around my skin tone, you can take that as a reference.
Music licensing reimagined.
So I'm going to use this flat brush to spread out my foundation. Don't forget the neck. And now I'm going to use a light concealer to brighten up my under eyes. So this one is the Swiss Beauty liquid concealer in the shade, the shade is not written here, but I believe this is medium Moen. So you can see this one is a much lighter concealer. So this I'm going to use just under my eyes to brighten up that area. Sometimes I also like to use a light concealer somewhere here because I like this area to look slightly lifted. I'm using the same concealer brush and just dabbing it. So you can see how my under eyes are immediately brightened up. Next up, I'm going to set the base using a setting powder. I'm using the loose powder from Maybelline Fit Me. Now this is Cuffs and Lashes F012 brush. This is a powder brush. It looks like this, which helps in a very beautiful application of powders. So I would really recommend this brush. If you want, you can keep a little extra powder under your eyes for now, and you can remove it later after finishing your eye makeup, so that in case there is any fallout, you can just brush it off and it'll just go. Now I'm going for a wedding, so I have to look very nicely cut and very nicely contoured and bronzed. So I'm going to use the Nykaa highlight and contour duo. What I'm going to do is just under my cheeks, if you imagine your skeleton, then wherever there should be a hollow, you just put your contour there. Now when I'm blending out the contour, I am brushing it upwards. Not downwards, but upwards. I'm not bringing it too much into my face near my nose. I'm just keeping it in the outside area. Now contour is a cool tone color which is used to give shape to your face, whereas a bronzer is a warm tone powder or a compact like this, which is mainly used to give some warmth to your face. So I'm going to use this. This is actually a blush brush, but I'm using it for my bronzing. Tap off the extra, and wherever you had contoured, just a little bit, so that when you put your blush, your bronzer should be somewhere blending your contour along with your blush, if that makes any sense. Basically, it should be somewhere between your contour and your blush. Okay, so your bronzer should be somewhere here, so that it blends your blush and your contour together beautifully. Now for the blush, I'm using the Sugar Mini Blush Coral Climax. Now for blush, I do not like to put it directly here in the center of my cheeks, because I already have kind of a round face. So I don't want to accentuate my cheeks too much. I just want to give it a lifted look. So what I do is I start from a little bit away from the center and go towards my temples.
Music licensing.
So you can see it immediately gives my face a lifted look. I'm putting a little bit on my nose for a more uniform look. Now for the eyes, I'm going to do a very simple glam look. So the palette that I'm going to use is the Nicka K Under the Sea palette. I'm using the Cuffs and Lashes E009 brush. This is a very thick blending brush. So I'm taking this brick color from this palette and making a false crease here. So I'm applying this only on the crease area and making sure that it is well blended. Next, I'm picking up this brown color from here. And starting from the outer corner, I'm making the outer corner and the inner corner a little more darker than the center. I'm actually not even touching my center. I'm just putting it in the inner corner and the outer corner. I really love the combination of the brown and the brick color. Next, I'm using this Wet n Wild House of Thorns palette, and I'm going to use the black color from this one. This is Cuffs and Lashes CS07 brush. This is a very dense brush, so it is very useful when you're trying to put your eyeshadow in very small areas, or maybe you're doing your lower lash line. So in such cases, you need to have this kind of a brush. I'm focusing a little more in my outer corners so that it kind of gives a smoky look.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm going back to the same brown color and taking my dense brush again and putting it in the lower lash line. Next, I'm taking a kajal and I'm just going to put it in my lower waterline, just a little bit.
Artlist.io.
I'm using the Lash Paradise, L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara to lift up my lashes a little bit, and after that I'm going to go in with some falsies. Alright, I'll be right back after applying my falsies.
Music licensing reimagined.
Next up, I am using the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. Whoa. I haven't done my eyebrows yet. Sometimes I like to do it in the beginning and sometimes I just do it in the end. I'm taking the same highlighter and putting it just a little bit. Just touch your corners, that's it. Just touch your corner. I'm going to do my brows now. So I'm using the Sugar Arch Arrival Brow Definer. So we have the brow liner on one side and a spoolie on the other. I'm just drawing a line
Artlist.io.
on the upper side of my brows to give it a defined line, and then just filling up wherever there are empty spaces. I'm going to go for a nude lip, or a brown lip would also look very nice with this. First up, I'm going to use this Lips Don't Lie lip liner
Music
from
licensing
Nykaa.
reimagined.
This is a very, very beautiful nude shade. This is the shade Pillow Fight. For lipstick, I'm using the Maybelline Midtown Pink, one of my favorites. Absolutely love this color. You can either leave it here, or if you want to go for a glossy look, I am using this Cuffs and Lashes gloss in shade number 02, Age No Bar.
Music licensing
This is a very light gloss. Alright, I think we are almost done. We'll just set everything in place using a setting spray. I'm using the Swiss Beauty Makeup Fixer Natural.
Artlist.io.
So that's it, guys. You can go in with a bindi or just leave it like that. So let me know how you like this look, and let me know if you really enjoyed my first YouTube video, and hopefully you'll stick with me till the end. Bye bye.